As we enter the events of Dragon Ball Daima, there's already been a lot of changes, but we're still not done with it yet. What's going to change now with Majin Buu's involvement? We'll cover all that and more in the 6th part of What If Gohan went Super Saiyan early. Goma grows much stronger with the third eye, growing giant as well. Gohan, Vegeta, and Piccolo are the main fighting force there, but everyone else alongside them tries to help. Both Gohan and Vegeta use Super Saiyan 3 here, and at first, Goma can't keep up. They're able to completely overwhelm him, but thanks to the power of the third eye, he adapts, growing even further. It seemed like it would have been an easy fight before, but now he's adjusted to them. It looks like they'll need even more power because they don't know his specific weakness, and without a Rinsu around, they're not going to find that out either. So, Nappa decides he's going to help out. Vegeta takes on the fight, and Gohan backs off for a bit. And Nappa taps him on the shoulder, generating some weird energy in his hand and placing it into Gohan, awakening something deep within him. There's a massive surge of power. Vegeta's briefly distracted by it, and Goma sees a huge pillar of ki. Gohan's standing there in a brand new form, Super Saiyan 4. And I'm not going to lie here, I'm using the old design for Super Saiyan 4 since I don't have a lot of art of Gohan in Daima. Actually, there's none in general because he wasn't even in it, much less art of him in Daima's Super Saiyan 4. So in case you're wondering why he looks like that, that's why. Gohan gets a massive boost of power from this, and he gets a second wind, immediately jumping back into the fight alongside Vegeta. Vegeta's getting a little bit worn out with Super Saiyan 3 because unlike Gohan, he doesn't have the same advantage of having the tail. And Gohan's power completely gaps Goma's right now, but he knows that he's probably going to adapt further to it. And he thinks maybe it's a good idea to attack the third eye itself, maybe it'll do nothing, but maybe it's also a weak point. So he aims his attacks towards Goma's head. The fight continues on like this. Goma keeps adapting, and Gohan keeps trying to attack in different ways. Vegeta uses the last of his power, and Piccolo's getting pretty injured too, with Glorio trying to help the best he can. They all get in front of Goma and try to attack his head as well, which leaves an opening for Gohan. He hits Goma on the back of the head with a flying kick. And he notices Goma have a weird reaction to it. It wasn't supposed to be a finishing blow or anything, but it makes him stumble a little, and it looks like the third eye bulges out of his head. So, by pure chance, they discover the weakness. Maybe they could actually remove the third eye by hitting him again in the back of the head. And this is especially evidenced by the fact that Goma even tries to push it back in. So that confirms it. They found a weakness. And now Goma's also aware of the weakness too, and the fact that they know about it. So he starts panicking, doing everything he can, but Gohan takes charge and draws in all of Goma's attention, relentlessly attacking him so Goma can't even focus on the others. The others all fly around behind Goma, launching attacks together. Vegeta has a little bit of energy left for Super Saiyan 3, and Piccolo's still going too. They keep launching attacks at him, and it causes Goma to falter even more, and with his focus on Gohan, they eventually knock the third eye out of his head. Quickly, Vegeta grabs it. Goma's lying there on the ground defeated, wondering what they're going to do next. Are they going to kill him, or are they going to take the third eye for themselves? What is it? And actually, they're not entirely sure, but Vegeta sticks a hand out and charges a blast, wondering if maybe they should just kill Goma right now. In his other hand, he holds the third eye. But then, Vegeta notices something weird. There's something on his arm. It's some pink goo. And it coils around his arm, with Vegeta quickly ripping it off, but also dropping the third eye in the process. The piece of goo that he ripped off him keeps moving, swallowing the third eye whole. And that's when they realize it's pink goo. It looks like Majin Buu. That pink goo then forms into a full body. And Goma then notices that some of it's wrapping around him too, absorbing him as well. A second Buu appears in front of them, and a large pillar of pink sludge flies over from where Goku is, with all of it merging together. It then forms into a brand new version of Buu. I guess we'll call this one Bulma because he has Goma absorbed. Not Bulma, Bulma. And he also has the third eye as part of him. Everyone regroups, including Goku. Wondering why Buu randomly left their fight, but now seeing why. Turns out the rest of the group defeated Goma, but now they have to deal with this. But Vegeta's really low on energy, and Goku was fighting for a pretty long time, so he's a little worn out, but it's not because of Super Saiyan 3, it's just because of how long he's been fighting. Plus, he's injured. And Gohan still has that brand new form, with Goku a little surprised to see it, but he'll acknowledge that later. Vegeta wonders if they have any bugs left to heal himself, and they see that they have the fusion bugs still. Maybe they could use that, but Goku actually has another idea, and he asks Gohan if he could buy them a little bit of time, and he should be able to. Gohan faces Buu alone for now, and this is way tougher than Goma, especially because Buu might be able to absorb people, but he's kind of stopped that now. He feels like he's powerful enough, and he's really happy about that fact. Gohan's losing ground, but he bought just enough time for Goku and Vegeta. They could have used the fusion bugs, but Goku has something else he wanted to try out, and I don't have art for whatever that fusion would be, but we're still doing a fusion here. The fusion dance, rather. Goku and Vegeta have successfully pulled off the fusion dance. Thankfully, Vegeta got it the first try, and a new warrior joins the battle. His name is Gogeta. Immediately, Gogeta goes into Super Saiyan 3, fighting alongside Super Saiyan 4 Gohan. And Gogeta is way stronger than Gohan, and way stronger than Buu by extension. Even with the power of the third eye, Buu can't really do anything against him. The issue is, it's not really going to be too easy to knock the third eye out of his head because Buu can morph himself to whatever he pleases. Plus, he knows about the weakness too because he has Goma's memories as part of him. And he specifically protects the third eye, absorbing it further into himself so they can't simply knock it out. It's actually inside of his head, but that's fine. There's another way to overcome the third eye. Just completely destroy Buu and the third eye itself. The two warriors combine their newfound powers, Gohan's being Super Saiyan 4 and Gogeta's being Fusion. Gogeta then charges a bunch of energy in his hand, and he condenses it, becoming a rainbow sphere. He does the same in his other hand as well. He then holds his hands out wide in front of him, and the two balls of energy float into each other. It's a Soul Punisher, merge into a Big Bang Kamehameha. Gohan quickly gets out of the way as Gogeta launches the attack, and it completely engulfs Buu. He thinks he could handle it at first, but the moment it hits him, he realizes he's screwed. Every little bit of Buu is destroyed, slowly disintegrated by the attack, and the third eye is disintegrated alongside him, leaving behind a massive explosion of magical energy, injuring both of the fighters and knocking them back, but Buu is completely destroyed, and so is the third eye, as well as Rinsu and Goma, I guess. Would they revive Rinsu? I actually don't really know for sure. I mean, she is Shin's sister, and they had to kill Buu regardless, not to mention she was the one to cause all this in the first place. Degasu's also nearby watching everything that happened, completely speechless. This at least is a warning to him that he shouldn't mess with them. Gogeta then defuses, and Gohan powers down into his base. Although, Gloria wonders if he should revive Rinsu, and Shin's reading his mind and could realize that, well, he was working with Rinsu. You know what? They'll make Wish the Dragon Balls. She's probably not going to mess with them anymore either, especially after what happened this time. Plus, if they revive her, maybe she will get the message. Gloria wants it, and I feel like Shin would want it too a little bit. But now, they have to go back to the regular world, and for Goku, he's going to Otherworld. But Neva then walks up to him, placing a hand on Goku and winking like he usually does. And Goku has no clue why he's winking, but then he points up. Goku looks above him, and there's no halo there. When he places his hand on Goku, he used some of his magic to revive him. Besides the fact that he made some really powerful Dragon Balls, he has some really weird magical abilities like unlocking people's power. I don't feel like it's too far-fetched to think he might be able to even revive people with his own power, especially considering how easy of a wish that is for Dragon Balls to do. Actually, it didn't even occur to them that they could probably use the Dragon Balls here in the Demon Realm to revive Goku, because they might not have the same limitations of bringing someone back who died from a natural illness. And thus ends their journey. Warp Sama is reactivated, and they all return to their regular places. Following this, well, Goku's gonna go back to the Sacred World of Kai to train still. It was a really great experience there, and Shin still wants him back. But Vegeta would probably join him too this time. And not too long after they return, Goku breaks the Z-Sword, which frees Elder Kai. This is a pretty huge thing, because they didn't even know there was another Kai. Elder Kai hears about everything they did in the Demon Realm, and the fact that Neva was able to unlock some power for Gohan. That's funny. He could actually unlock power too. If someone has hidden potential, he could draw that out. Maybe one of these two Saiyans wants that done on them. And Goku turns it down. So does Vegeta. They'd rather work for their power. But maybe Gohan would like that because, not that he's not a hard worker in this scenario, but he doesn't really have any qualms against that, and if it means he's going to grow stronger to protect Earth, he'd probably like it. And from what Elder Kai hears, Gohan's the strongest warrior that they have. He doesn't really have as much time to train right now, and even though he still is keeping up with his training, maybe it would be nice to do this. So Gohan goes to the Sacred World of Kai's for a bit, and he gets the ritual done on him. It draws out all of his latent power, including Super Saiyan 4. He no longer has any need for his other transformations. Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4, those are done with. All that latent power is channeled into his new ultimate form, and he's amazed. First, because the ultimate form is just really powerful, and second of all, the fact that he could just instantly jump into this, no need for the other transformations. That changes a lot, and Goku and Vegeta are pretty impressed with that power. It makes them wonder if they made the right choice by passing up on Elder Kai's ritual, but they then come to realize, yeah, they don't need to do that. They're going to keep training their asses off. And even though that great power is there, they're not going to go for it. More time passes and eventually Beerus wakes up. He still has the same wish and the same prophecy. The Super Saiyan God is going to be his rival. So, naturally, he ends up heading to Earth, hearing that some of the last surviving Saiyans are there. We'll say that he arrives around pretty much the same time, during Bulma's party. He first stops by the Sacred World of Kai because, well, the Kais are there. Maybe it would be good to get a refresher on what's happened in Universe 7 so far. But also, one of the Saiyans he was interested in is there, Goku. Now, he's not the strongest because Gohan's the strongest at the moment. But Goku's the next in line, and he's a pure Saiyan unlike Gohan. So he tries to fight Goku, whose maximum is Super Saiyan 3, and it's not really too impressive to Beerus. Still, he's strong by mortal standards, but it's not really going to do anything for him. So then he heads to Earth, with Kibito healing Goku, and then everyone on that planet teleporting to Earth too. Vegeta's absolutely mortified, and as for Gohan, he doesn't really know what to expect with Beerus, but he fights him anyways because he's requesting it. And he comments that Gohan seems to be much stronger than Goku, but still not strong enough to face him. That power was apparently unlocked by Elder Kai. You know, when he saw that he was freed from the Z-Sword, he was a bit annoyed, but hey, if it leads to a strong rival, maybe it's not the worst thing. Goku arrives back on Earth. Vegeta even tries to fight Beerus, but it doesn't really amount to much. Thankfully, Beerus isn't enraged because, well, he has all this great food around him, and Boo's not there to steal it. But Vegeta can't accomplish much either. And Goku wonders how a fusion would do here. There's the fusion dance, and there's that new Potara thing he's never tried. After freeing Elder Kai, and after him hearing about everything in the Demon Realm, Elder Kai told Goku that there's a thing called Potara earrings. Those let them fuse too. Goku thinks that even Gogeta wouldn't be strong enough to fight Beerus right now, and he considers maybe trying to use Potara earrings, but maybe that would have the same outcome. Plus, as far as he knows from Elder Kai, those would fuse him permanently. They don't know that it's temporary for mortals. So, maybe not worth the risk. Thankfully, they have the Dragon Balls with them as one of the prizes at Bulma's birthday party, so they summon Shenron, and ask him about the Super Saiyan God. And they learn of the Super Saiyan God ritual. Vegeta decides to step up here. He still would prefer to work for his power, and he doesn't like the idea of having it handed to him, but considering the advantages Goku and Gohan had, with Goku having been dead for so long, and with Gohan having his power unlocked 2 times recently, it wouldn't hurt for Vegeta to try something. But he kinda underestimates how strong this ritual is. They use him as the target for it, and he becomes the first Super Saiyan God. Although, there is kind of a problem with the ritual. Goten was never born here, so they're short a person. Alright, well, who's gonna be the next person to join? All they have is Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, and Videl who's pregnant with Pan. Well, Vegeta does know one other Saiyan that exists, but he hasn't talked to him in a while. It's Tarble. He knows Tarble was sent away because he was really weak, but he doesn't know if he'd necessarily fit as a pure-hearted Saiyan. Only one way to find out. Whis says it shouldn't be too hard to find him. So, Vegeta ventures out with Whis, and they find Tarble. This is the first time Vegeta's actually seen his brother in a while, and Tarble agrees to go help out his brother. It's an opportunity to see Vegeta after a while, and it's not like he's really going to lose anything from joining the ritual here. So, the final member of the ritual is Tarble. He's really glad to see his brother after all these years, and it'll be cool to see how strong Vegeta's grown. Plus, they'll have some time to catch up after the fact. It's a good thing they have Tarble because, as far as they know, no other Saiyans are out there. Definitely no others. So Vegeta finally becomes the Super Saiyan God, becoming way stronger than anyone else around them, far surpassing Gohan and Goku. Still, he's nowhere near close to Beerus' level, but this is what Beerus is looking for, a true godly rival, and he's impressive. Of course, Vegeta loses the fight, but Beerus eventually comes back to Earth, taking Vegeta as a student under Whis. And Goku eventually goes along too. Beerus does ask if Gohan wants to come along, but he has responsibilities here on Earth, so he doesn't necessarily want to leave for that. That's part of the reason he got the ultimate ritual. For now, it's probably best if he stays here on Earth. Goku's not going to try out the ritual either, and he's going to try to unlock Godly Ki on his own. Maybe he can become a Super Saiyan God without the ritual. At the very least, by training under Whis, he's going to grow much stronger, and he hopes to catch up to Vegeta and Gohan, and ultimately surpass them. So now the 2 Saiyans are on Beerus' plan. Eventually Goku does get Super Saiyan God for himself, and as they continue training further and further, they go beyond that, combining it with the power of Super Saiyan and getting Super Saiyan Blue. With this, they have a pretty good advantage against Gohan. At least they think so, because Gohan doesn't have any Godly Ki. But Ultimate is really potent, and Gohan's actually able to keep up on his own, even without Godly Ki, which only serves to motivate Goku and Vegeta even further. But it's not just them. Piccolo notices how far ahead everyone else is. Gohan of course is his student, and Gohan's far surpassed him for so long. No matter what Piccolo does, it seems like he can't catch up. And the other 2 are like that as well, but this time is different. They're in the realm of gods, and for Gohan, his great potential and ultimate form make for a deadly combo. Piccolo needs to think outside the box, and he could try all these different methods of training and maybe even go to the sacred world of Kais to train there, but he doesn't know if that's going to be good enough. Maybe there's something he's missing. He needs to step it up somehow, and he might have 2 options in mind. He doesn't know if either of them would work well, but at the very least, it's worth a shot. And with that, we'll leave off here for now. What'd you guys think about this part? What's going to happen next? Leave your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As usual, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help out the channel, and it shows me you want to see more videos like this. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.